The city of Budapest was founded in the mid-19th century after the merging of two cities, Buda and Pest. Today, this city is known around the world for its parliament building and tram system. What many people don't know about is the 23 districts that make up the city. Each district has their own mayor and coat of arms. Many of these districts grew out of tiny hamlets surrounding the initial settlements on both sides of the Danube. For such old settlements, these coats of arms are not what you might think. When we think of city symbols, we often think of those symbols passed down from centuries ago, or modern designs that look more like a corporate logo. It depends on where you are in the world. These district coats of arms are somewhere in the middle, and we'll explore reasons why later, but for right now, let's take a look at some examples. The first coat of arms I want to look at is the city itself. In my opinion, this is the most well-designed of them all. It is also the most recognizable. There's a red background and white bisecting the shield, which complement each other, while famous buildings in Buda and Pest are on each third. The white symbolizes the Duna, or Danube River, while the St. Stephen's Cross is on top, evoking the Hungarian state. The crown is an important symbol of Hungarian history, and is relatively common on government symbols. The district of Ferencvaros has two lions and a gate over the water. The color scheme is a muted blue and white. While the gate motif does have some significance to the neighborhood's history, the lions feel a little bit much out of place, especially since these are meant to be seen on street signs. There might be enough space to put the symbol on a sign, but not enough to write the full street name without abbreviation. District 2 is much less traditional in design. 3 trees in a kind of V pattern with crosses on each opposite side. If anyone knows the official heraldic term, let me know. The green field and the white of the trees does not really work together. This design came into being after a contest was held in the early 2000s, and while this design was initially criticized for having no heraldic tradition or meaning, I think the design itself speaks to a larger pattern that these coats of arms take broadly. You might be asking yourself, okay, so they're poorly designed. Why do they exist? Why have such symbols for the city if they're not going to look good? Well, keep in mind this answer is just my opinion. When Hungary threw off the Soviet occupation in 1991, there's a sense of people wanting to regain what they felt they had lost. As I stated in the opening, when Budapest was founded in the 19th century, many of the districts were not really populated. They were a kind of suburb or a small outlying village. When these settlements did actually grow, it was in the 1950s. During this period, the communist government discouraged heraldic anything for fears of monarchism. If there were to be symbols representing Budapest, they would follow socialist norms and represent the entire city, which is why this exists. If there were other coat of arms, they're lost to history. The city of Pécs suffered a similar fate during the anti-heraldic movement, where a design from the 18th century was replaced with this gold-dominated emblem with a star and a black semicircle moon type of structure on the bottom. It is intentionally designed to be anti-heraldic. What is unique is that Hungarian heraldic tradition in the prior centuries was clan-oriented. In times of war, if 100 soldiers were raised to serve the crown, they would be given one single coat of arms to share between them. Major cities like Pécs, Győr, and Budapest would have their own designs, but not small towns. So in the capital today, you get designs that evoke a kind of history without being quote-unquote proper heraldry. It's a kind of modern interpretation.